So if you didn't know already, Mafia 3 is official and is coming out in 2016. I played Mafia 2 recently and fell in love. Vito is back as well for this game, which is very exciting. If you missed my Mafia 2 series, there'll be a link in the description as well. But this is pretty much everything we have on the game so far. So announcement trailer, which is like a CGI. Really, really good. The music's awesome. Also, we have a tiny bit of gameplay. Not too much, but we get to see the character in action. A little bit of gameplay. And yeah, hope you guys are excited for it. I'm very excited for Mafia 3. I'm planning to do some content up until release and hopefully after release as well. So if you guys are excited for that, let me know. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and enjoy the video. Boom!
President-elect Nixon. Violent.
Family. To you, it's just a goddamn last name. But if you knew what family really meant, you would have never fucked with mine. All that spilled blood, you know what it breeds? Loyalty. Family and who you're born with is who you die for. Bayou's a big place, Tommy. Dark, hungry. By the time it's through with you, won't be nothing left.
In New Orleans.
Now you all know what I'm willing to do for my family.
The rising sun.
What are you gonna do for yours?
Up in your poor boy.
Mafia as a franchise is always very well known for, telling compelling stories about life within organised crime and doing so in places where there's a very strong sense of time and place. And we're trying to capture that again with Mafia 3, so the location is New Orleans. It's our version of New Orleans, so it's a sort of fictionalized version of it. The year is 1968. It was obviously a very, very turbulent period in US history, and that year in particular was a very, very turbulent year. We're referencing, a lot of the things that happened during that year and really trying to make the player feel as though they are in New Orleans in 1968. That extends to the soundtrack, so we've got a bit of Stones in there and the Kinks and things like that, so it's going to be a very, very evocative soundtrack as much as it is the location for the game itself. Lincoln Clay is our main character, our anti-hero in Mafia 3. Lincoln is an orphan, so he's always been searching for a family and a place to belong his whole life. Whether that's in the orphanage, which he initially grew up in before it was closed down, as part of gangs through the church, and then more recently through his time in the army and in Vietnam. When the game opens, it's 1968. It's our reimagined version of New Orleans, and Lincoln's actually just returned from Vietnam and through a favour to a friend fallen in with the black mob. And Lincoln at this point has sort of found that first real sort of sense of family for the very, very first time in his life. But unfortunately, the Italian mob betrays the black mob and practically wipes them out. So Lincoln's pretty much, the sole survivor, which sets up his motivation for the game and sets him on his path to war with the Italian mob.
You people speak of family like you know what that word means.
Family means multiple things to Lincoln in this game. As the game progresses, Lincoln actually, in his quest to take down the Italian mob, recruits 3 lieutenants, one of whom is actually Vito Scaletta, who was the lead character from Mafia 2. He was the hero in that game. And these lieutenants sort of, in a weird sense, actually become Lincoln's new family, although it's an uneasy alliance to a certain extent. As Lincoln builds his new crime empire, he's also, in a sense, building a new family as well.